Yo guys, so today I just wanted to talk about, well, tonight at midnight the PlayStation 4 comes out, and I've been seeing videos on YouTube about it, people getting all crazy and excited about it. I'm not here to talk about the PlayStation 4. I'm here to talk about the Xbox One. Now, what I'm going to say, me myself, I used to be a PlayStation fan. When the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 came out, like before they came out, I was all like, holy crap, I'm totally getting the PlayStation 3. It's going to be awesome. Well, I'm here to talk about how the Xbox One is 1,000 times better than the PlayStation 4. First off, the the Xbox is made for more competitive gamers. There are competitive gamers on PlayStation 4, but PlayStation 3 or PlayStation in general, but Xbox has, for the past 6-7 years, however long Xbox 360 has been out, it's been for competitive gamers. They have the party chats, they have private chats. It's just, it's a lot easier. How do I say this? Say you're in the MLG. With PlayStation, you have to be in game chat with the people that are on your team in order to talk to them. So if you want to come up with some type of pre-game strategy or something like that, you're going to be doing it with the other team in listening and everything. But with the Xbox, it allows you to have party chats with your team, and the other team can have theirs. That's just one way I think that the Xbox is beating PlayStation. Another way, I know that this doesn't apply for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but the Xbox 360 has and still is always been cheaper. Now I know you have to pay for Xbox Live, and that should be calculated into the price, but that's just a small fee for awesome gaming. I know PlayStation tried to do their whole thing with PlayStation Plus, but Xbox Live will always be the more dominant gaming community, or whatever you want to call it. Another reason that I'm more for Xbox is the graphics on Xbox have and still are a lot better than PlayStation's. What the fuck was that? Have and still are better than PlayStation's. Now I know PlayStation has a whole thing with Blu-ray and all that, like Blu-ray disc games, but Xbox, their games, even though they don't have Blu-ray or any of that special shit, their games are still, the graphics are still much better, and they don't even need Blu-ray or anything like that. Could you imagine playing an Xbox game in Blu-ray? The graphics on that would be insane. PlayStation, I think the reason that PlayStation's graphics are worse is because they accounted for the Blu-ray. So as they're making this game, they just do the graphics worse, but then once it goes into Blu-ray, they think that it's going to make the graphics better. If they would have made the graphics better and then put it into Blu-ray, they would be dominating. The Xbox would have nothing on them. But I think they got a little bit lazy. Me personally, I'm going to be getting the Xbox One. It may come out after PlayStation, but it's worth the wait. The controllers are way more comfortable. I know that most people will probably be like, "Nuh-uh, the PlayStation's controllers are better." No, they're not. You gotta admit that having your thumbs like this and having to like stretch them out like that, this is what it looks like when you hold a PlayStation controller, basically. You have to stretch your thumbs to the center of the controller, but with Xbox, it's like this. So you don't have to stretch. This thumb goes here, this one goes up here, and it's just a lot easier to play. And then you got the D-pad. And the PlayStation, or the Xbox One controllers are going to be phenomenal. If you've seen anything about the E3 revealing Xbox One and all that, they had vibration tests, and like every part of the controller, the left and right triggers, like at the bottom of the handles, the tops of the handles, the center of the controller, the thumbsticks, they all have their own vibration. So like say you're playing a game like Call of Duty or something like that. When you press the right trigger to shoot, you actually get the vibration only in that trigger. Driving games, like when you're controlling it with the thumbstick and pressing down on the right trigger to go, you'll feel it in the right trigger, and it's the left thumbstick that you control it with. You'll feel it in only those two places. Games like Gears of War, how when you get shot and you go down and like the screen turns red if you're an Xbox player, when you go down, you can hear the heartbeat. Excuse me. There we go. You can hear the heartbeat, and the controller, it actually pulsates. Like with the heartbeat, it'll, like whatever ear you hear it in more, it'll go from that side of the controller to the other side. And then it might pass back through, I'm not 100% sure, but I know it pulsates from whatever side you hear it from. I don't know. If you want to waste your money on PlayStation, go ahead. It's cheaper. But my opinion, I'd wait for the Xbox One. It may cost $100 more, but with that $100, you're paying for quality. Xbox has always put 100% of their time. What the fuck? Xbox has always put 100% of their time into making Xbox better. If you have an Xbox and a PlayStation, you'll notice that on an Xbox, on average, with one game on an Xbox, from the day it comes out to the day that it hits $2 in the store, no matter what, there's always going to be updates for the game. Like, you'll have to do the system update and all that. So from the day that you get the game to the day it's down to $2 or $1 in store, you're always going to have updates. And that's because Xbox puts time into their games. Now, if you have a PlayStation, you'll notice that from the day that you get a game to the day that it's down to $1 in store, you may only have 2 updates. And that's because because you don't have to pay for PlayStation, I know that you have to pay now, but because you don't have to pay for PlayStation, they don't want to put their time into making a game better for the player. I'm always gonna stick with Xbox. Xbox. I've had so many problems with PlayStation that I literally gave up on it. So I switched to Xbox, and I've never been happier. Um, I remember at one point I had a PlayStation, and it was as the PlayStation Slims came out, like couple months in after they came out, anybody who had an old PlayStation wasn't able to play games online for like, I think it was like 2 weeks. Like the whole entire system shut down for everybody who had an old PlayStation or a PlayStation 3, like the fat ones. The system just shut down. We were not able to play online. I've never had a problem with Xbox. Actually, that's not true. The only problem that I have ever had with Xbox is the Wi-Fi. It doesn't always want to work, but that's not because of the Xbox. It's not the Xbox fault. It's my wireless internet. Like sometimes at random points in the night, my Wi-Fi just shuts down and I can't watch Netflix. I can't play online. But again, it's not the Xbox's fault. It's my fault for having that Wi-Fi, which is Verizon. Verizon sucks. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but whatever. Sue me. But yeah, like I said, if you're smart, you'll wait for the Xbox One. The Xbox One, it costs $100 more, but it's gonna be worth it. Everything about it's gonna be worth it. You're paying for quality, comfort, entertainment, definitely. My theory is PlayStation, Xbox will always be ahead by 20 steps. PlayStation is never going to be ahead of Xbox. Now, I don't know if they're going to be changing now that people are paying for it, but I'm not going to take any chances. I'm getting an Xbox One, and you should too. It'll definitely be worth it. You will never be unsatisfied. You're always going to be comfortable. So, make your choice. But if I were you, I'd pick Xbox One. Better system overall. Later, guys.